The 7 train is one of the most used subway lines in the New York City subway system, and is one of the best also. But there is one issue with the 7 line, and that there is no subway service after Flushing Main Street. And that is a huge problem for public transportation commuters that has to take a bus that runs every 12 to 15 minutes on a local route into the congested area of Flushing. So today we'll fix that issue with an extension that will serve the transit desert of Queens and solve all the issues that the 7 is having. Hi transit fans, this is Mauricexproductions here with another video. And again, we are talking about the 7 line today. But we are talking about how good the line is. We are talking about an extension that will make the line more useful and diverse. But if you enjoy transit content such as this, consider supporting the channel by hitting the subscribe button and liking the video, and also joining my Discord server, which the link is in the pinned comment. Now without further ado, let's head right into the video. The 7 line has a huge issue, and that issue is that it doesn't serve a part of Queens where lots of ridership can be seen and possibly found. The main issue is really overcrowding on the Flushing and on the Flushing Main Street corridor, and just overall lack of transit in Eastern Queens. This causes lots of people to become more car dependent compared to other boroughs such as Manhattan, Brooklyn, and the Bronx. This causes congestion in the only place where subway is really found, which is Main Street. So with all that being said, today I am proposing an extension to the 7 train to go to Bayside to serve the unserved commuters. To kick off this extension, the 7 will be extended to Boulevard and Bayside, which I feel deserves subway service. This extension will consist of 4 new stations past Main Street. The first of the 4 stations is Parsons Boulevard, which will serve the residential housing around the area and to give the MTA reasons to add good bus service to this area. But this station will consist of 2 side platforms similar to what you'll see at Vernon Boulevard, Jackson Avenue, and will look like the stations after the ESI renovations, similar to what we'll see at Prospect Avenue on the 4th Avenue line on the R. Next up, we have 150th Street, which will make a connection to the Q15 and Q15A buses. This station will also not be as different from its predecessor, Parsons Boulevard, with all the same updates and design choices and accessibility options. Next up, we have Northern Boulevard, which will have transfers to the Long Island Railroad at the Broadway station and will have a connection to the Q13 bus. The design for this station will be a little different, especially with the transfer to the Port Washington branch. I propose that this station will have a bigger mezzanine than the previous stations to accommodate its transfer to the LIRR, and will be the first express station, being that it will have a setup similar to Flushing Main Street, except for the express platform is under the local platform to increase more trains per hour, similar to what we see on Central Park West with the A, B, C, and D trains. Next up is Utopia Parkway, which will be a regular station which will service surrounding area and customers. This station will have access to multiple bus lines as the following: Q12, Q13, and N20G bus lines. Next up, we have Francis Lewis Boulevard, which will be our last express station on this extension. This station design will be very similar to Central Park West with the stacked station design. Also, all express trains will go under the local platform. It will be like that until Bell Boulevard to relieve congestion on all local platforms and being able to turn more trains per hour. This stop has transfers to the Q76 bus, Q12, Q13, and N20 and N20G buses. The final station on this extension is Bayside Bellvard, which will consist of tail tracks after it to allow more trains per hour, similar to what we see at Jamaica 179th Street on the F line, and similar to what we see at many terminals around the New York City subway system, and also to allow for an extension past Bell Boulevard. And this stop will be a bi-level stop, similar to what we saw in Central Park West, as I stated, for the last 2 stations, with all express trains running on the lower level, terminating on the lower level, and all local trains terminating on the upper level. This will heavily increase trains per hour, and especially with the ridership of the 7, we will need this. So hopefully this gets done. This stop will have a transfer to the Q12, Q13, Q31, N20, and N20G bus lines, similar to Francis Lewis Boulevard. And not to mention, all 7 express trains will run on this current schedule, which is one direction peak hours. Now, also a part of my project proposal is platform screen doors. There is absolutely no excuse on why the MTA cannot add platform screen doors to this extension. The 7 line runs one fleet, which is the R188, so it's fully compatible to have platform screen doors. And also the MTA can test these out on this extension and see how they do and then add it to more in the system. But I know some rail fanners are going to be upset about this proposal because I also do like the visibility of seeing the trains come in the station, and with platform screen doors, you won't be able to see that very much. But safety comes first before aesthetics. And honestly, this can raise the bar for safety in our transit system, and especially in the United States, to install them around the world. This proposal is one of the ones that I actually hope to see in real life, in reality, and that is because it can open up lots of opportunities to the MTA, and especially with platform screen doors, that can put New York in a safe spot with riders to show that they actually care about safety. But with all that being said, if you enjoyed this video, why not consider supporting the channel by liking this video and subscribing to the channel, and also following my Discord server, link in the pinned comment. This is Mauricexproductions signing out. Bye, transit fans and rail fanners.